Hello, I like to make today cake, Lego cake robin, and what we use for this cake, we use the silicone baking shape, just like this. It can be purchased from the eBay or online as well. I purchased mine from eBay, and we're using chocolate cake mix. Of course, you can use any cake mix of your choice. Then what we do is, once it's mixed and baked according to instruction on the box, what we done is we let it cool and trim it all around cake to make sure our shape is nice and clear, as well as a level or top of cake and place on a cake board. Once it's all done, once it's all trimmed and leveled, we apply some of chocolate frosting on top, which is I done already. So next step is, once it's all chocolate frosting basically applied, we use ready to roll icing or use fondant, whatever available in your country, and need on top of your working surface sprinkle with powdered icing sugar to prevent sticking, and turn quite often around to make sure it does not stick. And once it's bigger that size of your cake, what we do is we transfer on top of cake, and we just simply carefully start bringing just closer to our cake, nice from just underneath, nice and careful. And what we do is we just carefully formed our cake with a snake. We want to bring up a little bit more. If your kitchen is nice and warm, it's easier to work with things like fondant or the ready to roll icing. My kitchen is practically freezing, so apply a little bit powdered icing sugar to prevent sticking if it does. See, in my kitchen it would not stick nothing because it's so cold. It just opposite, it's everything hardened too quick. Now what we do is, as you can see, we slowly formed our minifig already. So what we do is we slowly and carefully bring up, do not use any sharp objects like nails, because we don't want pierce fondant or ready to roll icing, depends what you using, and carefully form all the patterns of our cake. So once we're done all shaping, we do not trim that spot such as yet, because we will leave here a cape for our robin. And so let's do this first. Once you finish, trim away all extras. As you can see, that's how our robin look like. Now we left fondant for the cape, and we just simply left it as it was. We just basically trim it by shape. For the hair, re-roll your trimmed fondant, and once it's nice and soft again, roll it into nice strip about a size palm of your hand, nice and thick. Why we wanted that? Because we want to apply for the hair. Use a little bit of sugar syrup or a little bit of water. You don't need really much, just tiny bit. Apply with a brush, and once you've done that, as you can see, it's a nice and thick piece. You just wrap around and simply trim all the extras with a kitchen scissors. Once you've done that, take brush and back of brush nice and round sort of ends. So what you do is make it patterns to make sure you're able to see actual way is hair is need to be lie in a position. So you can make all these nice patterns everywhere, and just, as you can see, just press a little bit into the patterns of hair of Robin to make sure it's look similar, something like that. What we do is next we will use a toothpick, and or we can use a back of brush, and we draw all the patterns on top of clothes and the face which Robin has. Once you finish basically drawing all patterns of Robin, you can use your favorite image of Robin or use mine. Basically, that's your choice. And as you can see, we done all patterns of Robin. It's a belt and basically his emblem and a mask. What we can do with the patterns, we can use a back of brush or simply a toothpick to draw all patterns. Then we can simply outline using food edible decorating pen. They come in a packet like that. Probably best of all buy which is designed to draw on fondant. They draw much better. And what you do is, if you don't know, if you're able to purchase them from eBay or from cake decorating shops online. But if you're not able to do so, you can always use gel food coloring and apply with very small brush. If you're using gel food coloring, once you apply, let it dry to make sure you not mix up colors. Now next step is to create face of Robin. It's ivory color, so we use ivory gel food coloring and white gel food coloring. We mix it together. As you can see, this ivory and white, and we mix it all together to create light color of ivory. And so we start carefully paint all the parts of a face which need to be colored in the skin color. Once we done that, we will use red liquid food coloring and apply for the basically his clothes. If you do not have able to find a liquid food coloring, simply use red gel food coloring and dilute it with clear liquid like vodka, clear vanilla essence, or simply water. Difference is, if you dilute it with water, it's dry longer. If you dilute it with clear vodka, it dry much faster. So let's apply our patterns first. Once you finish applying ivory gel food coloring mixed with white to create skin color, apply red liquid food coloring, and as I said to you before, you can always dilute it gel food coloring with clear liquid. And what you do is, after it's of course not set and not dry such as yet, so red is applied for the patterns of clothes, and for the cape we're using black liquid food coloring. As rule applies same as for the gel. If you cannot find liquid already done up in a store, you can always dilute it, your black gel food coloring with clear liquid like vodka or water or any clear liquids, basically, because it's water based. So what we do is, next we just simply place if you like it, you can take straight from the bottle if you're using liquid one, or place in a little container and start applying black liquid food coloring for the rest of cake including hair as well. You do not need much coloring because it spreads very well, and as you can see, I only dip few times, and we practically cover cape, one side of cape or already. So let's continue this way and finish up our cake with black liquid food coloring and color hair as well. Now we finish decorating our Lego cake robin. I just try to lift myself up, and I hope you do like this type of cake decoration. And if you have any questions, please do ask. And also, as you can see, we finish with a black liquid food coloring. Oh, I might go this way. It's better. It's not quite dry yet because I just finished. And of course, you can use your favorite expression or your favorite minifig of robin as well. Thank you very much for your time with me today. I hope you do try this cake and to create. Thank you very much. Everything will be in the description box as always. Thank you. Bye bye.